Hello there, my name is Rodrigo Barragan,
My name is Hector Andres.
And my name is Kevin Cavazos.
and today we're going to talk about quadratic function. Oh, by the way, Neil on the camera.
My name is Neil.
Now, what's a quadratic function? A quadratic function could be represented by y equal a x to the second power plus b x plus c. The graphing of the quadratic function could be as follows. It is a U-shaped parabola that can go upward or downward. All parabolas are symmetric with respect to a line called the axis of symmetry. This is directly linked with a vertex that it could be the lowest point of the parabola or the highest point of the parabola.
Now I will give you an example of a quadratic function and how does it work algebraically. So here's the example. The function of x is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 7. As you can see, this is equal to what we have explained before. A function of x is equal to a x squared plus bx plus c. Now, watch out because c will always be the y-intercept. Always. Okay? If we want to graph this function, we need the zeros, and we can make it with many different ways, but the one that will always give you the answer is the quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula? It is minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4 by a and by c, and all of this is divided by 2a. Okay? And so if we want to make the quadratic formula with this, we need to replace the numbers with the letters, no? So we will make something like this is A, B, C. So minus 6 is 6 plus minus square root of minus 6 squared is 36, and minus 4 by 1 minus 4 by 7 minus 28. And all of this is divided by 2a, which is 1. A is 1, which is 2. So 6 plus minus 36 minus 28 is equal to 8. Right? Yes? Yes. All of this is divided by 2. So now I have found how to make this 8 in the root square simpler by making this, and so we can put it like this, plus minus 2, because there are two 2's divided by the other one. This divided by 2 and then there is the answer would be 3 plus minus square root, and that is the answer for the zeros. And zeros are the points that the parabola touches when it meets the x-axis. Let's say this is the x, this is the y, and so if we make a parabola something like this is positive, something like this, it goes upward, it is positive. We know that it is positive because the sign of A is positive, okay? And so the zeros are these points when it meets the x-axis, right? Right. Thanks.
Now, if we want to graph it, we have to know the vertex. So we can pass it the general formula to a standard formula. So to start, we have to make a parenthesis in which we let the x squared minus 6x, and we put outside the 7. Now we have to divide this one by 2 and then to square it. So it's minus 6 divided by 2 is minus 3, square it is plus 9. Now we have to take this 9 outside with the different sign. So it's minus 9. Now that we have this, with the next part, the next step is let x minus this one, which is minus 3, all to the square power, to the second power, and then we make this one, which is minus 2. And this standard form, it's always like y is equal to x minus h squared plus k, in which minus h is always the x point and k is the y point. But this one it's always like and this is always the other sign. So now we know that the vertex is 3, comma minus 2.
Hello there. So now I'm going to tell you all how to graph what my previous classmates showed once we know the vertex, the zeros, and the y-intercept, which is 7 there. So let's start. Our vertex is located in the coordinates 3 and minus 2. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So it's here our vertex. Our zeros are at 4.41, 4. So it's here. And our other zero is in 1.58, which is around here. Our y-intercept is in 7, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Since we have a parabola, we know that it's going to be a U, so it makes it easier to trace it. So we go from here, connect the dots, and there you go. So as we saw, we already graphed our quadratic function, but if we can always check to see if it's right by replacing x with whatever value, and if it corresponds to our parabola, we know it's correct. In this case, we're going to replace x with 4. So we're just going to So we know that 4 squared is 16. So minus. We know that minus 6 times 4 is minus 24. And plus 7. So we just add it up, and it's 16 minus 24 is minus 8, plus 7 is minus 1. So we know, now we locate y is minus 1, and x is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, it's right here, so that means it's correct. Well, that was our presentation in quadratic function. I hope you learned something new today, and we appreciate a lot that you took the time to hear, and thank you very much. Have a nice one.